walking players with him as he goes, wins a free hit. That was a wonderful run coming from Lin Changliang. We know what he can do. He feels that was deliberately over the baseline. I think he had a point. Chen Chong-song just getting away with that.
So lucky China that has not been called for a penalty corner.
Well, India no longer have their referral. It's not trapped by Harmanpreet. He slips as he tries to get the ball again. He's complaining. He was caught as he slipped, but I didn't think there was too much untoward with the challenge on him. He's over the free hit now. Plays it back out of the circle. Are we headed for another shootout? Would you believe it if we are? Surely China can't do it 2 nights in a row, Siddharth. Nilakanta Sharma turns. Oh, it's a strong challenge, edge of the circle. Gazia Singh, though, gets the decision.
He's not going to get a lot of breaks, Abhishek. They need him on the pitch, and he remains on the pitch.
Back that time by Mohammad Raheel to get India back under possession. Nilakanta Sharma. India making changes, so the options for Manpreet on the right suddenly became very few. Jarmanpreet, though, has the ball now. Uses the width. Raj Kumar goes back to Jarmanpreet again. And you get it under control.
It's patient from India. It's not rushed. Harmanpreet is on that left for India.
Raj Kumar Pal again dropping it back to Jarmanpreet, who's kept it in play. Now it's Hundal. He drills it into the circle. It came up off the Chinese stick, but away from danger. Mung Di Hao must have had his heart in his mouth for a second. He was very relieved when he turned around and saw there were no Indian players in the proximity.
I was going to say it's coming straight back, but China have just nicked this.
Another good steal by them, and now it's Lin Changliang. Can be a dangerous player for China, but he's caution first. Going to break down the left-hand side is Chen Chong-song. It'll come to him now on halfway. And the crowd, I'm in awe of them, Siddharth, that they are still cheering on as Chen Chi-hun pushes it out to the right-hand side. He'll probably get the ball back. There's not a lot going down that way. Stolen by India. That was a real cul-de-sac, and China went down it. Hundal gets the free hit. Thrown to the air and brought down inside the circle. Across it goes, deflected, long corner.
It's relentless now by India. You just have a break every now and then by China, but it's almost one-way traffic for first 5 minutes of this fourth quarter.
Yep, they've gone. The first 5 minutes are gone. We're in the 6th now. Harmanpreet carries it forward, followed all the way. He's got inside the circle. He'll look for a foot, I'm sure. Then he now goes along the baseline, tries to pull it back, does pull it back, and there is the goal. It is Jugraj that converts it for India, and they finally break the deadlock.
I'll tell you what, Ashley, I'm going to bet my house on the fact that's the first field goal he scored in a very, very, very long. Jugraj has got the goal for India. He's broken the deadlock, and it's come from the most unlikeliest of sources for India. A person who rarely scores field goals has created the overload in attack that India craved for and puts that home. Well done to him.
And he gives the Kabaddi hand slap. And Craig Fulton, of course, raising his finger in the air. Jugraj with a rare field goal, as Siddharth said. He will be over the moon with that. That's his second goal of the tournament. It may well be the goal that wins the Asian Champions Trophy for India. two defenders coming forward and saying, look, guys, we'll show you how it's done. Harmanpreet and Jugraj combining. Now it's India again on the attack. Good work by Abhishek. Played it out wide, and it's a free hit, though, goes against India.
They don't have a referral. They wanted one. You can see the strapping on the knee for Vivek Sagar Prasad. He got hit earlier on. This was the moment. Well done. Good combination between him and Abhishek. And yeah, you can see why he was a little frustrated, Vivek.
Well, can China find a way back? They have just over 8.5 minutes to do so. They haven't threatened that often. And their main threats have come from penalty corners, where Kakera and Patak have been on form. Along the baseline, good steal again. Jugraj defensively caught the foot. I mean, Harmanpreet rather.
He's been solid at the back once again for India, Harmanpreet Singh, but so happy for Jugraj, Ashley. He's had a really tough life. He did not play any junior hockey for India. Was never selected even for the trials, for any of the camps. He's broken straight into the senior team, and that's come after the age of 24.
And he certainly made a great start, hat-trick in his second game against South Africa. So when you get those chances late, you got to take them, and he has. Abhishek again, good lead from him, top of the circle for India. And tried to play it in, but it caught the foot that time of Kwang Ziyang. Harmanpreet plays the short pass to Nilakanta Sharma. He in turn feeds it down the line, trying to find a way through. And it was Rajkumar Pal. China coming out, feeding the ball forward to Chao Xiuming. Chao Xiuming trying to turn on halfway. Sumit pushes it over the sideline.
Once Rajkumar Pal had turned the defender, he should not have gone back in. But China on the attack.
They are breaking forward once again. Surely they can't find an equalizer. But that went up off the Indian stick into the body. Free hit taken very quickly again by China. Probably a little bit too quickly. Now they're hemmed in the corner. It is that man again, Chao Xiuming. He's got a free hit for China. Mungnan over the ball for them. Mungnan changes direction, goes back into that space, lays it back again to Chao Xiuming. India collect inside the circle and then out over the side, but I think it caught the foot of the Chinese player.
That works perfectly for India. Yeah, you can see what they're saying. Take your time. Just take the pace out of the game completely. Control proceedings, starting with him, the captain.
Now there is the coach, Yu Seung Jin. He felt his team were really in this game. Now they've got to chase it with just over 6 minutes remaining. India let that one run. Good defensive play from Chen Chi-hun. Carrying it out of defence again. It's a strong run up the right-hand side from Chen Ben-hai. Not sure the aerial pass was the right option there for China.
You have to ask, Ashley, you wonder when Yu Seung Jin is going to pull the goalkeeper.
And that is again a rather exuberant challenge from China. So the free hit goes India's way. He can only watch on now from the side. It's all up to his players. Will he pull the keeper, as Siddharth says? We've got 5.5 minutes remaining. India leading by 1-0. Raheel gets a good pass down the right-hand side. Score, but he got that one wrong, unfortunately. It was a good lead again from Abhishek, who's had a really good final. But unfortunately for India, the ball never found him. Down the line it goes again from Chao Xiuming. Good defence from India, closing down that avenue. Trying to find a way through. This is determination. It went over the side, though. So we're going to have to come back. As much as the crowd think Wu Wenhui was on his way towards the circle. It will be China's ball, though. Can they manage to get something out of this game? A mistrap in defence, but it's cleaned up well. Chen Chi-hun gets it again. 4.5 minutes left now. Mung De-ha, the captain, plays it down the left-hand side. A good lead again, but it's too far ahead of his teammate. And it is time for the goalkeeper to come off. So we are going to see Wang Weihao has come off. China going with the extra outfield player. And, of course, the reminder that these days, those of you that are around my age will know you used to have goalkeepers' privileges as a kicking fullback. That does not exist anymore. He's done a great job, to be honest, Wang Weihao. It could have been a few more goals to India without his intervention. So India now have a real chance to just get a second and seal their victory. The drums are beating. The crowd are singing. Not for India, but for China. But will they be enough to find them a spark to get a goal? The two goalkeepers deep in conversation. Who can forget their celebrations together last night? Harmanpreet has made a good run down the side as Harmanpreet comes into the 23. India just need to keep possession. Goes back again to Rajkumar Pal. He did a nice little pirouette. Abhishek, good lead again from him. Pulls the ball away from the challenge from Huang Ziyang. China have the ball, but they just turned it over too cheaply. Back to Harmanpreet. Harmanpreet, a little lift over the top. Brought down well by Abhishek. Into the circle. Brilliant defence by China, but now they've got to get it out. That was superb play by Chen Chong-song. Leaving the ball, Chen Chong-song. He's played it infield now to Gao Zhixing. 3 minutes left. Can China find a goal from somewhere? Gao Zhixing would like a penalty corner. Wasn't on the field of play when they had their last couple. India dropping players back. Everyone behind the ball as it comes now to Meng Dihao. Chen Chong-song plays it down the flank. Still with China, trying to turn. Got a free hit. It's Gao Zhixing. He's going to have to come back. The clock, though, continues to go down. Comes to Gao Zhixing. He'll look to play it in. It's ricocheted off the Indian stick. And China have collected it top of the circle. And it's gone up, over, and out of play. It'll be a long corner for China. Suresh Kakera watched that all the way. I'm sure his heart was in his mouth as he thought it might just loop under the bar. It's still China trying to find an equalizer. Keep an eye on the clock. 2 minutes now. We're into the final two. Stolen away brilliantly by Rajkumar Pal. And India will take their time. Craig Fulton glances up at the scoreboard just to check the time. India breaking forward again. Remember, China have no goalkeeper. It's a good break forward, trying to steal it. There was a stick check there. So the free hit will go the way of Manpreet. Good work by the experienced campaigner. Former captain, of course, knows what it's all about. Into the corner it goes and played back to Manpreet. He'll just work it down the side, eat up valuable seconds, eventually penalised. So China have just over a minute to find a goal from somewhere. It looks as if they're going to have to settle for silver once again, just as they did back in the Asian Games in 2006 when they made their first ever final. But this is still an historic night for China. India look like winning their 5th Hero Asian Champions trophy, unless something quite extraordinary can happen in the next 40 seconds. Help forward down the line by Chen Chong-song. And it's going to be a free hit for China. The clock, though, is continuing to run down. The clock has now been stopped. And China, I think, are rolling the dice here, trying to get a penalty corner, saying that there was a stick check.
China, team referral. They've asked for a deliberate stick foul inside the 23. We've given a free hit outside the 23.
Well, is this just a roll of the dice? Into the 23 it goes. Well, that may well have been a stick check just inside. Harun Rashid is the video umpire. Is that looks to me like it's just inside the 23. I have to say, that I think that maybe Yang makes it look a lot worse than it really was. Well, will China get a penalty corner? They had their referral. They've thought with 27 seconds left, we may as well use it. Is Raj Kumar Pal going to get penalised? It looks like it's just inside the 23. The touch here is on the line. It's the challenge here. And if you look at Raj Kumar Pal's right foot, it's inside the 23.
Yep. China lose the referee. Is outside the free hit.
Okay.
Harun Rashid says it's not inside. I thought it might have been, but there may be. I was hoping for a bit of drama right at the end of the game. It's going to be a free hit to China. They lose their referral. The clock has restarted. 27 seconds remaining. Can they earn a penalty corner in those 27 seconds and give themselves hope? Can they get a field goal? The crowd again are cheering them on. It's played into the circle. It's mistracked, and that's gone out of play, and that will probably be the last play of the game. Cruel blow that Chao Xiaoming was the man who couldn't trap it, because he's had an outstanding game on the left-hand side for China. It's thrown long to Hundal, but it will not matter whether he got it under control. China have been defeated by